Hello everybody, Drew here, tip of the Mitt Flips, where I'm a full-time eBay reseller, and every 100 subscribers there's a giveaway. So if you're watching, make sure you subscribe so you have a chance to win. I've got 10 orders to go out today, but this is a midweek. Today is Wednesday, so for a Wednesday, still good, still feels like fourth quarter, because, I mean, 2 months ago, 10 orders on a Monday might have been an okay day. So, not complaining at all. Especially because I got some good sales in there. First thing going out on C5 is a Lego Friends. Looks like an aeroplane. It is. It's a Lego Friends. What are they calling this? They don't even have a title on the box. Heart Lake Private Jet. Ooh, fancy. And I picked that up last at a garage sale for $2. And it sold within seconds of listing. Listed it, and then I started a full store 10% off sale. So probably should have priced that up a little bit because it was a brand new item. But either way, I don't care. $2 into $54.89 plus shipping. Love that. And they left a note. What'd they say? Hello, please box up well to protect while shipping. Of course I will. Next thing going out, B3A is a Parker vintage pen. Now it's one of these two orange ones, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to tell the difference. Oh yes, one has markings on the pen and one doesn't. I remember Jen mentioning that when she was listing them. So let's see which one it's supposed to be. And the new update to eBay on your phone as a seller is a nightmare. Just a nightmare. Everything I want to do, I have to click on like an extra step to get to the spot I normally was at. I hate it. I hate it so much. Oh, it's more user-friendly. No, it's not. It's the worst. It appears as if this is the good one without the scratches. I will check the other listing to make sure that listing still live is the one with scratches before I send it out. But for now, we'll say that that is correct. And speaking of pens, if you saw probably last video, maybe 2 videos ago, I did a haul video from an estate sale I went to. And at that estate sale, I got some pens. I got actually this box of pens for, it's got a $1 sticker on it. I got it on the Sunday, so the last day. So I paid 50 cents. And we listed, let me go ahead and look at them. We listed 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. And for 2 of them were over $50. And then the other 2, one was $35 and one was $22. Free shipping on all those. But either way, that's $1 into over $100. There's still 2 more pens in there. I'm very happy with that. I'm happy with the purchase. I'm disappointed in myself because I went on Thursday and I didn't find those, which I would have paid the $1. Like, what's the difference between $1 and 50 cents? So that's the type of thing I was looking for on Thursday and somehow missed. I don't know, maybe it was underneath something, maybe it was in a box. I don't know. There was a ton of stuff, but I was disappointed in myself for not finding that on Thursday. Lucked out, and it was still there on Sunday. And speaking of disappointed in myself, I did something I promised I would never do again, and of course, I proved my initial thoughts right, and I'm disappointed in myself for doing the thing I said I'd never do again. And let's go ahead and pull one more, and then I'll tell you what it is. B2 is a vintage Fisher Price. It just says B2, so just sitting right here on the shelf is a Fisher Price. It's a monkey of some kind. And there's no way it's just on B2. There's no way. So it's got to be in one of these. Oh, I don't see it. All right, let me put the camera down and do some searching. Okay, well, this is why I'm very animate about my organizational system and why when something is placed on the wrong shelf, I give a good sigh and everything because I'm on minute about 5 looking for this item. It's definitely not on B2 or A2 or C2 or D2 or B1 or B3. It's not anything that would make sense to be off by 1. But it's an $8.49 free shipper. I've already lost money by having to look that long. But it is what it is. So I'll probably end up having to give them a refund. I might get a ding on my account. and it was over an $8.49 free shipping item, so the time I just spent also cost me money. Next thing going out on A5 is a Jell-O Shake-a pudding. This was something I was just shocked was worth any money. I didn't believe it when I looked it up. It's literally a plastic cup that you used to get, I think, instant pudding in, and you would shake it up and make yourself some pudding on the go if you just really needed pudding. I don't know. This is not the original lid, or else it would have been worth even more. But for that plastic cup, $14.99 plus shipping. I don't know why I have plus shipping. It's a first class item. That's not something I do. In the moment, it must have happened that way. I'm okay with it. Because that means I got $14.99 plus shipping. So that would have been normally a $19.99 free shipper. Very weird item. Very happy that it actually sold. Because even when I bought it and looked it up, I was still questioning it. But yes, disappointed in myself because I called eBay customer service. And it was because I was attempting to list this Santa suit right here that I got also at that estate sale. And what happened is I would go to list it and it would come up that I was unable to list it because it's an item susceptible to price gouging, which they usually only do for emergency type situations, like over lockdowns. It happened with hand sanitizer during the baby food shortage. I don't know if that's still a thing or not, that you couldn't sell baby food. I don't know if you can sell baby food anyways, but things like that where there's a reason why there's a limited quantity for a certain like emergency reason or something like that. And then so people list them and jack up the price. They buy a bunch of them, find them, jack up the price. But a Santa suit's not it. There's thousands of them listed. There was hundreds sold. It made no sense. And so I spent, what it takes, 15, 20, 25 minutes or something, chatting with because I won't talk to him on the phone. I refuse that, period. I won't talk to anybody on the phone. But I'm in the chat, figuring out with them. And while I'm in the chat, per usual, I figured it out myself. I just created a brand new listing, made it very generic, literally as generic as I could. Santa, suit, that was the title and description, then pictures, price, whatever, and it went live. And then later, I went back to revise it to kind of clean it up, put a real title on it, that kind of thing. And I tried to put, what's it called? Ortex Industries is a company from that suit. And I tried to put the name of the company back in the title. And then that pop-up came up again saying that this is a price gouging susceptible item. You cannot list this. Don't try to list it. And so I took the name of the company back out and it listed fine. I looked up the name of the company thinking maybe they sell something now that they didn't sell when they were making Santa suits that fits into that category. I came up with nothing. It's just a glitch. They kind of like parsed around, they'll never accept that it's their fault. But the only reason I know it is their fault is because on an episode of Shed Flips like 3 days ago or something, 4 days ago, same thing happened to Lonnie. He was selling a watch and it came up as a tobacco product and it wouldn't let him list it. It's a glitch in their system. They won't admit it, but of course, it's not on my end. I don't code their website, and they just did a full mobile update. So it seems like maybe during their update, they had an issue. They also just did their fall update. Maybe during their update, they had an issue because every other time there's an update, there's an issue. But it's my fault. It's my fault. My fault. Either way, got it figured out. Normally, I would have just said, nah, don't even worry about it. But it's a $60 Santa suit. I paid $5 for it. So for me, that's that's paying up. $5 or $6. And so I was determined to get that listed. I didn't want to try to, sell for $40 on Marketplace and deal with humans. That's not what I like to do. Next thing going out on A5 is a VTech camera, A12345. And I think these are exactly the same. I know they're exactly the same. These are from my house. These are baby monitor cameras that we were using, and the display for our baby monitors just went to crap. So the cameras have just been sitting around forever. We just stopped using it. And $17.99 free shipping on that one. It'll be $17.99 free shipping on the other one. Also, we had bought a fisheye lens for one of them, so you can we put it in our living room, and it covered 2 rooms, the living room and the dining room, because it gives you a fisheye view. And that, I think, is $14.99 free shipping. So we just had money sitting around. Why not get rid of it? $17.99 free shipping out the door. A2 is a timely reader book plug. Just going to grab the basket. I think I have a second plug I need out of here today. All right. Timely. But what does it say on it? Does it say timely reader or something? And here's what I mean. Let me show you. Let me show you, okay? So I want this information. I want to look at this picture right here. I need to see a little closer. I click on it. And normally I would also have to click on see original listing right now. But now instead I have to move down, click here, move down, see original listing, then click on the picture. That's, to most people, they'd go, that's, who cares? It's a couple seconds, who cares, whatever. But when you have to do that time after time, day after day, those seconds turn into minutes. Those minutes turn into hours. Those hours turn into days of your life that are just for no reason. For literally no reason. It's not helpful. It doesn't, I guess maybe I should dive into what the change has provided, and maybe the upside is better than the downside. I'll leave that open to a possibility, but I'm going to say unlikely. And it does say timely reader right on the plug. So that's going to be super easy to find. And there we are, timely reader plug. Won't read you the details. They don't matter. $11.69 free shipping. That must have been on a 10% off sale. And while I'm thinking of it, if you do something like I do, where you continuously run sales, the sales I run are not to give a discount. The sales I run are to have eBay send out emails, send out notifications, move me up the list, all the other things to catch eyes, to get people to buy my items. And so on a cheap item like that, doesn't matter. But on a $50 plus item, I like to add 10% to whatever I think I'm going to get for it. So when I run a sale, the sale price is actually the full price I wanted in the first place, but I continuously am running 10% off sales. And it, you know, the below $50 items, it's not really worth. I'd rather have the sale. The above, that 10% can be a significant amount of money. You got a $300 item, $30, 10% off. Don't really want to give that $30 off unless I have to. And I also accept best offers. So if I don't add the 10%, what's going to happen is I'll run a 10% off sale. 30 bucks comes off that $300 item. Then they're going to send me an offer for even further off of that, or I'm going to send them an offer for further off of that. So I try to, on the higher dollar items, tack that 10% on before I list it. And next up, it's a hat. Caterpillar Cat Strap Back Black. You know, it looks like a leather patch almost. Pre-worn. And I don't mean pre-worn like on somebody's head. I mean like pre-worn out. But it is new with tags. And it even has the original price tag, $12.99. And what did I get for it? $22.49 plus shipping, going international through the global shipping program. Let's see where. And that one's going out to the United Kingdom. I love it. I love it. I get to know now. I don't have to worry. I don't have to lose sleep over it. And my guess is this person's a heavy machine operator. His name's Jimmy Big Bucket. So I'm guessing that's connected to his dozer or backhoe. And next thing going out, glad to see this one go for sure. A3 is Cades Cove Collection Coffee Cups. Say that 5 times fast. Cades Cove Collection Coffee Cups. This is a terrible way to grab these, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Ooh, how many spiders we got in here? 1, 2, only 3. But it does tell you, kind of tell you how long they've been sitting around. At some point, I picked up a whole set of Cades Cove things, and the plates and bowls and all that sold fairly quickly. For some reason, the cups just sat around forever. $13.49 plus shipping on those. I think it's because the picture's terrible. It really is. I've thought many times about redoing it, and I never bothered. It's just such a bad picture. It's dark. It doesn't show you... And again, I got to make extra clicks just to get to what I want to look at. Ugh. This is gonna... That's gonna bother me. I wonder if anybody else is struggling with that one as well. But other people don't film when they're pulling their orders, so maybe it doesn't matter at all. But yeah, that photo is just bad. It doesn't show what's on the cups very well. It's really dark. It's bad. I would have put it on the screen for you to see for yourself at this point, but don't let your pictures look like that one. Your item will sit around forever. Next thing going out, C1A is an Audiovox portable CD player, and it must just be the day to get rid of stuff that's been listed forever. This has been listed about 2 years. The cup's about 2 years. So let's go ahead and move those things along. And those pens that Jen listed today, one was a pencil, but they were all Parker. Been getting offers since they were listed. A third one just popped up. So definitely desirable. I don't know if I said $10 free shipping for that. Sent out actually I countered. They sent me an offer $8. I think I had it $14.99. I said $10. Let's get this out of here. Next thing going out, and last thing going out today, C5 is a Revell Dodge Magnum. C1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dodge Magnum model kit. It was on B5. So no matter how good your organizational system is, if you don't use it properly, it's worthless. But this is open, but new. So new open box is what you would call that. Countered $29.99 plus shipping. I could have held out for another $10 probably on this, but it's fairly large and I paid almost nothing for it, so it's good to go. Turns out I didn't need this big old heavy bucket sitting around. Let's see what kind of offer they sent me on the pen. Listed $58.99, and they sent an offer of $30. Nope. I will counter at $54.99, just like I did with the last person who offered $40. And that same thing happened with one of the pens before. I think overnight is what happened, is I'd gotten 3 or 4 offers, and I countered all of them with the same price, and one of them purchased it. Thinking back, if that many people desired it in the first place, probably should have just held out for the money anyways. But I've said many times, I'm not really trying to hold out for a couple extra dollars. I'd rather turn that product over, because if you want to do eBay as a full-time job, you have to continuously list. It doesn't matter if in one day I could get $1 million up on my shelves. If I don't keep listing beyond that, my sales will still be, I don't want to say slow, but they'll be slower than they should or could be. It's a toss-up. Do you hold on to it for a couple extra dollars, or do you churn that thing out, take that money, buy another thing, flip that money, and continue that process over and over and over again? That's kind of the model I'm going with, but it is going into fourth quarter. So offers for me are going to be limited to maybe not at all. I might just turn offers off on everything until the end of the year. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I say stuff like that, but then sometimes, you know, when you do a little test, you can just ruin your store. I did that with promoted listings one time. I was running a significant sale, 20% off the whole store. And so I just turned promoted listings off. I said, okay, I'll take my 2.1% off the table, add an additional 10%. Those sales should skyrocket. Nope, that's not how that worked. Sales actually plummeted. And then when I went back to no sale at all, turned promoted listings on, I had a fantastic sale week the next week. So I'm not saying promoted listings is what got it for me, but maybe turning promoted listings on is what got it for me, because it's always about tinkering with your listings, selling similar, refreshing your listings. I don't ever change pictures, but you could just add a picture, delete the picture, like screenshot it, save the picture, delete it, add it back in there. You could do something like that. It's really, sometimes I'll go into my to be answered messages, and a lot of them, I'm not answering them, and a lot of them just go unread because they're from eBay or whatever. So I'll just go through as mark all as read. And even that can generate more sales. It's just the algorithm sees you doing something in your store, it counts it as being productive, and it boosts you up. To what degree? No one knows. It seems like eBay doesn't even know. It's like they coded the algorithm, and then we're like, the guy that coded it, he left that day. He quit. We can't get a hold of him. He didn't leave a manual. We don't know how it works. We're figuring it out too. That's how they play it. Maybe that's true. Maybe they actually don't know how it works, but that's how they pretend that this whole thing works. That I don't know how the algorithm works. Try this thing, try that thing. Just tell us. Just tell us. Oh. All right, well, I got too worked up over a $8.49 bear, so now I will go ahead and search literally everywhere for it. It's such a hassle because I don't want to cancel it. They seemed happy to actually, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I almost remember it being in this basket right here, which would be not even close to where it was supposed to be. But for some reason, it seems like this is the stuff that was being listed in the time when that got listed. Let's see. Nope. 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 And more nope. Man, I couldn't just luck out there, could I? Haha, I found it. It was in C3B. That's so far from B2. I just kind of tried to think of, okay, if I were a vintage Fisher-Price Little People Brown Circus Bear train set 991, where would I hide? And apparently that's where I would hide. Fun stuff. Well, that's gonna be all for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. Subscribe, share, and be good to each other.